Hello, this is Professor Tom Nook, and I am the Sugarcube Critic. As you can guess from my name, I'm a brony. I can't really say what made me interested in the show. Maybe it was the amount of male fans that flocked to the show. Maybe it was the plethora of My Little Pony YouTube poops. Maybe it was the abundance of pony avatars and classic comment sections. I don't know. I should note that I knew 0.05% about anything relating to Friendship is Magic before I watched it. The earliest encounter with a pony I can remember was October 2011. Back in my meme phase of my exposure to YouTube, I was searching for some Sparta remixes. I found a Sparta remix of You're Going to Love Me, and I never saw it again. On November 16th, 2012, with nothing better to do, I decided to watch the first episode of Friendship is Magic. After searching a while, I clicked the link, and I sat back in my chair. This is Mare and the Moon and Elements of Harmony. So we see a book open, and I wonder if we're about to hear either Fellowship of the Ring's backstory or the Wind Waker's backstory.
Once upon a time, in the magical land of Equestria.
You mean like equestrian? Well, it's a pun, but it's probably more original than any of the previous generations could have come up with.
There were two regal sisters who ruled together and created harmony for all the land. To do this, the eldest used her unicorn powers to raise the sun at dawn. The younger brought out the moon to begin the night.
Wait, is this transitioning into the plot to Mario Party 6?
But as time went on, the younger sister became resentful. The ponies relished and played in the day her elder sister brought forth, but shunned and slept through her beautiful night.
I don't know about that. If 80s movies have taught me anything, it's that there's always something going on at night.
One fateful day, the younger unicorn refused to lower the moon to make way for the dawn. The elder sister tried to reason with her, but the bitterness in the young one's heart had transformed her into a wicked mare of darkness, Nightmare Moon.
This has an elaborate backstory. No, really, it's actually pretty well written. So to prevent her sister from disrupting Good Morning America, she wields this plot device
The elements of harmony,
and uses them to permanently banish her sister to the confines of the moon. Does this imply that the younger sister was behind the space crabs from Apollo 18?
The elder sister took on responsibility for both sun
and moon, and harmony has been maintained in Equestria for generations since.
That is until Murphy's Law kicks in, but I'm certain that won't be for another 1,000 years or so. We then cut to... Oh, it's it's time for the opening theme, isn't it? Well, roll it.
My little pony, my little pony. Ah, my little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. My little pony. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong.
They changed it.
Sharing kindness, it's an easy feat. And magic makes
Oh
it
my
all
chin
complete.
chin.
You have mine.
They actually changed the
Do
opening
they know
theme.
you're all my very best friends?
And it's quite good. For one thing, it's catchy, but for all the right reasons, unlike the 1980s theme song. Second, the lyrics perfectly elaborate the show's message. Third, the lyrics are by the show's creator, which shows real dedication. Wait, who created the show? Lauren Faust? You mean Craig McCracken's wife, Lauren Faust? The equally creative wife of the guy behind the Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends? Shows that she also helped with? Come to think of it, Powerpuff Girls was kind of the original girl show for both genders. Good choice on who to reboot a franchise that's main audience is girls, and get both genders to appreciate it. Speaking of animation relics from my childhood, the show's story editor is none other than Rob Renzetti, who also created the quite underrated Nicktoon My Life as a Teenage Robot. Now we just need to throw in Johann Vasquez and Mitch Schauer, and we'll have a really absurd version of My Little Pony.
Big adventure.
One last thing about the opening though, and this is a criticism. This opening kinda spoils the series premiere. I mean, sure, we all know this runs for more than 2 episodes, but you shouldn't spoil the ending of part 2 at the beginning of part 1. Anyway, this episode is called Mare and the Moon on Hasbro's viewing guide, but here it's named Friendship is Magic Part 1. I guess they didn't want people to think this episode was a spoof of an Andy Kaufman biopic.
Moon Dancer is having a little get-together in the West Castle courtyard. You want to come?
Oh, sorry, girls. I got a lot of studying to catch up on.
This is Twilight
No.
Sparkle,
No.
voiced by
No,
Tara
no,
Strong.
no.
Oh good, I have enough Tara Strong jokes to last me about 26 full episodes. Her assistant
Well,
is a baby
it was
dragon
a
named
gift from Moon
Spike,
Dancer,
voiced by
but-
Kathy Weseluck. While most anime fans know Weseluck as Deer in the American dub of Death Note, I prefer to remember her as the drill sergeant on Sane Ducks.
You squawk when I tell you to squawk. Hey, you're that gator-loving duck. You watch your step, that's all I can say.
Mare and the Moon? But that's just an old pony's tale.
Mare. Aha! The Mare and the Moon, myth from olden pony times.
Redundant, but then again, Twilight isn't paying attention to Spike.
Legend has it that on the longest day of the 1000th year, the stars will aid in her escape, and she will bring about nighttime eternal.
Did Frank Anderson write this book? If so, is Twilight going to have a jet engine fall on her?
Spike, do you know what this means?
No.
Yeesh. 3 instances so far of endangerment to underage servants. And this is only the first 6 minutes. So Twilight decides to write a letter to her teacher, Princess Celestia, warning her that the Mare and the Moon is Nightmare Moon.
My continuing studies of pony magic have led me to discover that we are on the precipice of disaster.
Hold on. Press it. Press it.
Threshold. That something really bad is about to happen.
You know, you could have spelled those words out for him. Just because you don't have social skills doesn't mean you can't have common courtesy.
I don't know, Twilight. Princess Celestia's a little busy getting ready for the Summer Sun celebration. And it's like the day after tomorrow.
That's just it, Spike. The day after tomorrow is the 1000th year of the Summer Sun celebration.
Also, get this. Spike's method of sending letters is by blowing on them with his fire breath.
I wouldn't once
And when Twilight receives the letter, Spike belches them up.
I knew she would want to
Because
take
he's a
immediate
boy, I
action.
guess. Ha ha ha.
My dearest, most faithful student, Twilight. You know that I value your diligence and that I trust you completely.
Wait, he can't spell precipice, but he can pronounce diligence correctly?
But you simply must stop reading those dusty old books.
Well, that's rude. Doesn't Princess Celestia know that books are all that defines her student's personality? I mean, what's Twilight supposed to do? Make friends?
So I'm sending you to supervise the preparations for the Summer Sun celebration in this year's location, Ponyville. And I have an even more essential task for you to complete. Make some friends!
Friends?
Look on the bright side, Twilight. The princess arranged for you to stay in a library.
Well, that's sadistic. Putting a bookworm in a library but telling her she can't read any of the books? Reminded me to tell Princess Celestia to not manage my computer time.
Doesn't that make you happy?
Yes, it does. You know why? Because I'm right. I'll check on the preparations as fast as I can, then get to the library to find some proof of Nightmare Moon's return.
Again, Princess Celestia. Telling an antisocial bookworm to not read books, then letting them stay in a library, won't guarantee that they refrain from reading books.
When will you make friends like the princess said?
She said to check on preparations. I am her student, and I'll do my royal duty, but the fate of Equestria does not rest on me making friends.
You know, Twilight has a point. Sure,
She
at
said
some
to check
point
on
Twilight can
preparations.
make friends,
I am her
but at this
student,
point in
and I'll do my
time,
royal
she
duty,
should
but
really
the fate of
focus on
Equestria
saving
does
the
not
world
rest
from
on
being
me making
shrouded in
friends.
eternal darkness. It's like she warned Celestia about this, and she just said, "Oh, I'll just file that under miscellaneous. Go make some friends already." Though Twilight does try a little bit to do what Celestia said.
Maybe the ponies in Ponyville have interesting things to talk about. Come on, Twilight, just try.
Hello?
In a deleted scene, that pink pony just realized who Kaiser Sose was. So, after that pointless gag, Twilight goes to check out the banquet preparations with Ponyville's resident country bumpkin stereotype, also known as Applejack, voiced by Ashley Bell of Giant Test fame.
Well, how'd it do, Miss Twilight? A pleasure making your acquaintance. I'm Applejack. We here at Sweet Apple Acres sure do like making new friends.
Wow, we're really jumping to conclusions here.
Why, I'd say they're already part of the family.
Wow, we're really jumping to conclusions here. So after introducing Twilight to her 4,000 relatives, because that's still Southern stereotype, Applejack acts really homely to a person she's only known for 1 minute. Twilight is, of course, put off by this, but she's convinced to stay for brunch by... After that, she decides to check on the weather, which is being cleared by the token cool kid, Rainbow Dash, also voiced by Ashley Bell. You know you're sure to be friends in the future when her way of greeting you is throwing you into a puddle of mud.
Let me help you. Oops, I guess I overdid it.
Being rude to people I've never met is hilarious to me.
I'm Twilight Sparkle, and the princess sent me to check on the weather. Yeah, that'll be a snap. I'll do it in a jiffy, just as soon as I'm done practicing. Practicing for what? The Wonderbolts! They're gonna perform at the celebration tomorrow, and I'm gonna show them my... Exposition!
So Rainbow Dash proceeds to destroy storm clouds to generic guitar solos. It's actually pretty well animated for the first episode. Then Twilight goes to check out the decor.
Decorations. Beautiful.
Yes, the decor's coming along nicely.
Not the decor. Her.
Oh great, the baby dragon is a furry. Thanks, Hasbro. This is the prima donna stereotype, Rarity, voiced by Tabitha St. Germain, who, in addition to being the original voice of Naz on Ed, Edd n Eddy, was also Cootie Pie Koopa on Super Mario World.
The thing I love most about my new pals is that all these lovely ice mirrors let me see myself everywhere I look. Now, how can I help you?
Oh, my stars, darling! Whatever happened to your coiffure?
Oh, you mean my mane? Well, it's a long story. I'm just here to check on the decorations, and then I'll be out of your hair.
Out of my hair? What about your hair?
It's moments like these that really remind me this is intended for little girls.
Canterlot! Oh, I am so envious. The glamour, the sophistication. I have always dreamed of living there. I can't wait to hear all about it. We are gonna be the best of friends, you and I.
I hate all these damn rich people.
So, after escaping Tamaki Pony, Twilight checks out the music, where it's being taken care of by Best Pony, Fluttershy, voiced by Andrea Lipman, who doesn't have much other notable work, but I guess I could say you might remember Lipman as the voice of Penelope from Yakety Yak. Huh. I didn't like Yakety Yak that much.
Hello! Oh my, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to frighten your birds. I'm just here to check up on the music, and it's sounding beautiful.
The birds are singing. Isn't it beautiful?
A baby dragon! Oh, I've never seen a baby dragon before. He's so cute.
Well.
Wow. In just one episode, this little girl show has already made 2 shipping couples, both involving the same baby dragon. This show's kinda messed up. So, after Spike flirts with the pony older than him...
Do you want to hear about today?
Twilight retreats to her library, located in a tree. Wait until the Keebler elves hear about this. But just when Twilight thinks she can actually do something crucial, more pony folk come in to distract Kristoff Sparkle from discovering the meaning of life. Wait a minute. That pink pony is from all those My Little Pony memes. Huh. Let's see if she's actually funny.
Hi, I'm Pinkie Pie, and I threw this party just for you. Were you surprised? Were you? Well, that's silly. What kind of welcome party would this be if it were quiet? I mean, duh. Boring. You see, I saw you when you first got here, remember? You were all hello, and I was all, remember? You see, I never saw you before, and I...
Okay, that's enough. It might have been only 14 seconds, but that's enough. I hate this character. Actually, let me rephrase that. I hate this character in Season 1. You see, when I first watched Episode 1, I began to strongly dislike this character for a number of reasons, one of which I'll get to next episode. Here, I just found her unfunny and extremely teeth-gratingly obnoxious. So yeah, she was a Disney Channel sitcom. But as time went on, particularly after Season 1, I found myself accepting and laughing at the randomness of Pinkie Pie. So really, I only hate this character in Season 1, which has made me refer to this version of the character as Season 1 Pinkie Pie, a character persona appearing in Season 1 that's still developing her humor, which means she's just obnoxious and unamusingly nonsensical. Unlike in later seasons when she's lovingly obnoxious and amusingly nonsensical. So, just to summarize what I just said, I only hate this character in this particular season, okay? So, can you stop pointing those cannons at me? It's getting kind of intimidating. Oh look, Twilight accidentally drank hot sauce. How unbelievably zany.
Are you alright, Sugarcube?
Well, not really. This episode's just making me feel awkward and angry at every character except Twilight. I mean, really? A loud, can't hardly wait type party in a library? The last time this much partying occurred in a library, Paul Gleason came in and yelled at Judd Nelson. Yes, just ignore them, Twilight. Just think happily that everyone will pay for their ignorance in a few hours when Nighttime Eternal spreads.
Pinkie Pie's starting in the tail on the pony.
And you're the sacrifice.
No! All the ponies in this town are crazy! Do you know what time it is?
It's the eve of the summer sun celebration. Every pony has to stay up, or they'll miss the princess raise the sun.
You know, there's foreshadowing, and then there's just ignoring important exposition.
Here I thought I'd have time to learn more about the elements of harmony, but silly me, all this ridiculous friend-making has kept me from it.
Oh wow, really subtle there, Sho. I mean, it's about as subtle as this.
No, Scott, I have an even better idea. I'm going to place him in an easily escapable situation involving an overly elaborate and exotic death.
Twilight reluctantly goes to the town hall to witness the arrival of Princess Celestia, most likely to rub it in when everyone suffers for not listening to her. What? That's what Olan Jones did.
In just a few moments, our town will witness the magic of the sunrise and celebrate this, the longest day of the year.
And an even longer period of darkness.
And now, it is my great honor to introduce to you the ruler of our land, the very pony who gives us the sun and the moon each and every day.
Well, except for July 27, 1984, but we're still holding the Soviets responsible.
The good, the wise, the bringer of harmony to all of Equestria.
Okay, that's debatable. I mean, if she really is wise, good, and a bringer of harmony, why do so many people call her Princess Trollestia? Oh look, something went wrong. Where's Bubsy when you need him?
Remain calm, every pony. There must be a reasonable explanation.
Yeah, you're all a bunch of My Little Pony characters. What? I'm being nice. You know, I was originally gonna call them hollow skulled idiots because, you know, that's what they are.
Oh, I love guessing games. Is she hiding?
She's gone.
Ooh, she's good.
Whoa, I guess when you know you're on the brink of disaster, everything in the background focuses out.
Nightmare Moon.
That is one of the coolest villain designs I've seen in a while.
Does my crown no longer count now that I have been imprisoned for 1,000 years? Did you not recall the legend? Did you not see the signs?
Oh, and apparently she speaks like Mewtwo. This is gonna be an awesome villain.
I did, and I know who you are. You're the Mare in the Moon, Nightmare Moon.
So you mean it's not Loki?
Remember this day, little ponies, for it was your last. From this moment forth, the night will last forever.
So what you're saying is chaos reigns. That just gave me a chill. And cue the to be continued title card. So the lesson of today's episode is this. If someone says Edward Scissorhands is a tool of the devil, you should probably semi-believe her, because before you know it, Anthony Michael Hall ends up dead. Wait, but Edward was actually innocent. Well, that's my review of Mare in the Moon. I'll describe my thoughts on it next time, when I review the next part, Elements of Harmony. Seeing as how it's me, I'll probably have the next review out in about 7 months.